Governor is ready. Well, uh, where is your mic? Nice meeting you. Is this your car?
No, I don't. My card is here. If you want to show it. Okay.
Just put on the sheets.
Yeah, what is that? What is happening in the building? All about what is happening here.
First, take my card.
Okay. Yeah, pop up a while ago. Okay. The Honorable, like I said before, we all know him, one of the strongest critics of the governor. So he came to Nigeria for this election. He extended greetings to the visitation to the governor, to His Excellency. So His Excellency said, wow, you are here, I'm number one critic. You say I've not done anything, come and see what I have done. So he gave him official invitation letter to tour his project across the 18 local governments. So we've gone on several places like Ebola, College of Agriculture, we've been to the Observer, College of Nursing, we've been to Nigbe and then Risi, the City of Plantation, and so many other things. So I'm very sure he is impressed. So we decided to also visit the Agri Hub after we spoke with the Chief of Staff. He asked us to also come here and see what is happening here. So that's why we are here. Here is Megacomrade. Nice meeting you, Commissioner.
My comrade, my pleasure.
Nice meeting you. So where I will love you, as you can see, I think it's on live video.
I see.
The global, those citizen diaspora are all watching.
I see.
So if you can introduce yourself to the whole world.
My name is Stephen Ehikyoya, Commissioner, Agriculture and Food Security, Edo State.
Okay, you heard that, Stephen Ehikyoya. So, Edo State Agriculture and Food Security.
Agriculture and Food Security, yes.
So what is our position in terms of food security right now?
Well, I think we're on top of it. I think we have done so much in regard for food security. First, you must appreciate what Mr. Governor has done in regards to laying the foundation. You recall too that it's often said that agriculture is the catalyst for industrial revolution. So ab initio, from the day he came, he just said, listen guys, go and formulate policy, strong one, and develop strategy that will help drive critical enterprise crop that we have comparative advantage. You know, I went about that and we are here today. By the grace of God, I can tell you for free, at the first 65,000 hectares of oil palm for investors, because first you have to create the enabling environment for the investors to come in. Nobody want to come and throw his money into a place that is not setting off. You know, 65,000, we thought that was just all. But by the time the governor saw what we had on ground, there was need to increase it by another 40,000. That made it 110 and 5,000 hectares being cultivated in Edo State at the same time. You see, what people will not understand is, how does this translate to wealth and job creation? You see, for the complete value chain for oil palm, from sprouted seedling to harvesting and processing, milling and refining, you require at least 40 persons in that value chain for 1 hectare. So if you put that together for 100,000 hectares, you can imagine how much jobs this estate will create in no distance time. They are already employing, and as they are expanding, they are employing more. You see, if you had stopped there, it would have just been like that. You see, first we had to say, okay, what do we do? If you recall, I think you grew up in this town. There were so many poultries, from Sparta poultry to so many other poultries that are abound in this state that have since long been abandoned. So, of course, after critical thinking, we came to the conclusion that most of their problem was value addition to what they produce. Of course, we go to, even when it's not festive period, you go to, even in Pokemon here, you still see some Mercedes V-boot loaded with chicken and all that. We can't continue like this, because they will farm and they begin to find who to buy it from them. So we knew that one of the major challenges was access to the right market. So we had to break that barrier. You know, partnership with Heifer. Amo is now here. Right now, if you go to Obagi, you see the government doing the road leading to the factory, 10,000 processing bed, poultry bed per day processing plant.
In where?
In Obagi.
Obagi.
Yes, so through the same. Yes, no, not 100. In no Sapler Road, where where you have Obasui Farm, that Obasui Secondary School, Itobaka there. You see where the construction, the road that, because what is left is found. We have agreed that we provide the enabling environment, you know, give them access road, give them power, uninterrupted power using our Siomo line. But that's why they even went to that power corridor. So hopefully by the time these are done, you begin to see farmers going back to their farm. Outside the fact that the cost of production, do you understand, the cost of production of most of our big poultry beds and fish have gone up. But we also looked at, we have a moribund blended feed and flour mill in Ewu, which of course Dangote had taken over to use as a trailer park. But Mr. Government intervened and said, we cannot have this kind of investments coming, and even our own ordinary source of making products for these farmers will not be converted to a trailer park. So he called, he cried out and reached out to very powerful Edo citizens. And one of them took the initiative to buy it over. Today, as I speak to you, we have brought back the 20,000 metric ton per annum factory back to life. They are producing, feeds, and they have installed another 20,000 metric ton. With a 5,000 metric ton capacity for fish feeds. So you see, what this has done is to open up the space, not just for poultry farms. That's to open up the space for people to begin to farm products that these factories will need. Maize is a critical requirement for feed production. If you look at what we did in this planting season, when we flagged it off, we made massive distribution, over 3,000 kilograms of maize was distributed free by this government to support farmers, especially in that senatorial district, so that if they have excess, they cannot sell. And of course, you can bet that they all have excess. You see, so it didn't just end there. So that means that we have also handled that value chain for the poultry. Thank God you say you were in a Wesi, Uronigbe particularly, Wesi Uronigbe, where, of course, if you recall, the then factory was almost turned into a firewood factory. Do you understand? Where people just go and lock down because we were no longer producing rubber, just like moribund, you know. So, but now you went there, you can see that estate is back to life, being managed down now by rubber estates. New plants, they are not harvesting. And you know what it translates to, how many people are employed there. My brother, when we speak about revolution, we mean what we are saying. Is it the Cassava initiative? I recall with nostalgia, when I was council chairman many years ago, in one of the Security Council meetings, I recall that, this is just for your information, that the woman leader then did say that there was crisis in homes because people were not able to sell their cassava or garri. So then we had to begin to look for who to offtake. We now found out that there was really no factory of taking cassava from our people. So we went about that. But this time around, we approached it from a different angle as a responsible government. What did we do differently? We created an enabling environment for these investors to come, you know, and brought in their factories. If you go to Odigi, I don't know whether you know where Odigi is, Ovia is there. You see Bufield.
Yes.
Walking actively inside the high forest of Odigi. You see over 1,500 Edo State citizens being harbored in that place to do. You probably have one of the finest cassava starch processing plants inside the high forest. What did they use it for? Because we found out, listen, how do you bring in Dufil here? What does Dufil need to? Because they used to import most of their raw materials. The average Nigerian want to eat the Indomie. The most active ingredients you use in making Indomie is palm oil. High-grade palm oil and high-grade cassava starch with some other. So how do you bring these kind of people? Provided the land for them, give them the right incentives, and they came. Today we can boldly tell you, Dufi have installed capacity of 1,600 metric ton per day cassava processing plants. 600 metric ton a day. I don't know whether you understand what I mean by six. A trailer load is 30 tons. So they have a processing plant of 600 metric ton a day for starch.
Functioning right now.
It's been functioning since the last 2 years. The one that just started last year, late last year into this year, is the Green Hills Saros. Green Hills has a 480 metric ton cassava processing plant a day in Ologbo.
That's Saro.
Saros Green Hills.
Who owns Saro?
No, it's not about who owns what. It's that these companies are here and are employing our people, creating jobs and opportunities.
No, it's a direct question.
And no problem. So, like I was saying, now this company is here, taking cassava from our farmers and creating work for our people, creating employment for our people.
Okay, let me come back to the question again.
I have not even started.
Okay, yeah, I know. I do. I just want to do a follow-up on that. I go by what you are telling me, then I decided to throw that question. I wanted to know if government partner with the individual or the private sector to do it. That's why I asked who owns Saro.
No. Let me tell you how these things work. You see, you know, before now, government was in the business of business. Do you understand? Where we are now, it is globally, it is the private investors that drive the economy.
So it's on.
Oh yes, give them the enabling environment. They have other states to go to. Buffalo has Ogun State to go to. It's closer to their factory, but they choose to come here because we provided the environment for them.
Okay.
Because we see, by the grace of God, we have given them land for their oil palm here, and they are cultivating in Odigi. They have over 6,000 metric hectares already cultivated in Odigi there for cassava. They have about 3 or 4,000 for cassava, then 6,000 for oil palm. We have also given them some space. So now listen, simple economics. Everybody moves their factory to where their raw materials is.
Safer for them.
So what do you expect in the next 10 years or some few years? Let's not be too specific. That they have their oil for their indomie. They have their starch for their indomie.
So they'll be manufacturing that indomie.
It's only just so the cost of transporting logistics to Lagos will just begin to make them think, why are they still having that factory in Lagos?
Made in Edo indomie.
Of course.
That's what the commissioner said.
I don't know if you just mentioned grain silos just now. They have one of the most refined, the newest kind of refinery for ethanol in the world. One of the newest technology, where in one of the categories of refining, you can actually just fetch, take, and just turn into your car and drive off. That's how great that company is. And if you recall, we have one of our brothers. You mentioned Ewesi Ronigbe just now. One of our strong leaders, the economic leaders in this country. He used to be one of the largest importer of ethanol in the country. NOSAC agency is well known. As we speak, NOSAC is developing 1,000 metric tons a day cassava for ethanol refinery in Ronigbe. Because it's from there. It's the largest in Africa. You can't talk about ethanol without talking NOSAC in this country.
NOSAC. Put it down. Put that name down. I want to follow up.
Did you understand? So, by the grace of God, we have been able to attract this kind of investment just because they trust the government. You are with me? So many and so many more. You see, what we have just started doing now, we also saw the need. There's a big gap arising from this insecurity in the northeast, far north. And now we're not looking. How do we even encourage young men to do soft farming, low hanging, vegetables, bell pepper, tomatoes, and the rest, using greenhouse technology? And the government has just invested, supported that idea of encouraging and developing that sector before he leaves office.
Greenhouse.
Yes. What we need is transfer of technology. You don't have to use everybody to do it.
Have the people been trained to do that?
That is what we are doing now. We are supporting a company who has the capacity to grow that industry deliberately.
Because I understand the greenhouse requires taking, it's not just like ordinary farm. Because even their products.
I have green farms in my farms.
So to be trained, there's a plan to train.
We are beginning to, bring home this technology.
That's interesting.
Yes.
So this place now, this agri hall.
Yeah.
This place we just came to now. What do we expect to see and do we need to know about this place?
Well, there are two approaches, you see, because we believe that if we must leave a strong legacy, we must leave a legacy to the extent that you don't have to go to, say, the College of Agriculture not just the College of Agriculture. There must be a one-stop shop for everything agriculture. A one-stop. All the agencies are all here in one stop. From vets, like I mentioned not too long ago, if you just look at the other end, the government is building what we call a referral hospital, vet hospital for animals.
Yeah.
The building that is ongoing there now, you can see it's ongoing through the window. You see, what then happens is from vet to agri services to ADP, to Life ND, to RAMP, to FADAMA, to even SOPs here. We also have the Forestry Commission, because all these are within the agricultural ecosystem. So you don't, any kind of training, for instance now, this is probably the first, just behind, after this building, you see one small red building. That's a plantain multiplication chambers, one of, a very unique. We can multiply so many millions of plantain in a very short time for those, because these are crops we have comparative advantage. So we are very selective. We don't want to go all up to say we want to be champion of all. So the government directed that we picked those crops that will have strong comparative advantage. You follow? So these are some of the things we are doing. So from here in the Agri Hub, from the gate to this office, there must be somebody to attend to you as to your needs. If you want to learn how to do poultry, the new poultry, what do you call center here. If you want to do piggery, if you want to do fish, you want to learn how to plant plantain and vegetables and all that from horticulture to, there are people here who will give you a first-hand knowledge. And some of the things you also need, i.e. you are looking for new varieties of any of these enterprise crops, this is where you run to, because we are the ones here that do the feed trial. For instance, up to very recently, we had challenges with drought resistant maize. We had problem with drought in maize. We had armyworm in maize. So we have been pushing our research institute, telling them what we are faced with. And by the grace of God, these guys have come. This year, we're able to spread so much of this drought and armyworm resistance maize to our farmers. So this is where you get what we call trial. We'll do the first trials here, adaptive and trials. Then from there, we'll now say, okay, it's workable. Then we'll now say, farmers, we have tried it. It's good. Then you cannot have it. So it's a one-stop shop for agriculture. But if it goes beyond there, you want to acquire further knowledge and develop your skills, you now go to the College of Agriculture, because they are beginning to offer short-term courses now to just, develop you to do the right thing. Because if you don't have the right knowledge, the set skills for any agri enterprise, you are bound to fail. That's why you have agricultural development program here.
Okay, that's good. Fair enough, Mr. Commissioner. How does this impact our local farmers, Edo individuals who are not educated enough to be using all this technology?
No. You didn't get me when I was saying something just now. For instance, we have a main extension service on the field. In fact, we're also going to grow more before we leave the office. They report back to us what happens in farms. Like we have what we call, it's not only in Lagos Business School, we have Farmers Business School as well, where extension service aggregates a number of farmers in a certain location and begin to teach them what they need to know with the enterprise crop they are engaged in. So from time to time, they do work up Farmers Business School. So coming to the question, how do our farmers benefit? I just mentioned to you, with the feed report, we are able to say, okay, you have planted so much maize, but your return on investment was very low, i.e. maybe because of the drought. Because if there is a dry spell, for instance, or maybe 2 weeks no rain, because it's raining heavily now, like you can see. There are times you just have a dry spell. That dry spell reduces the amount of yield in the corn or in the maize or what, So we now say, okay, what do we now do to protect our farmers? Because they farm and this one, and say, okay, let's begin to look for the right varieties that can withstand those their challenges. For instance, the cassava. The old stock they've always had was maybe the one that can give them between 8 and 12 tons per hectare. Today, if you look at the thousands of bundles we distributed to farmers for free this year, during the flag off of the farming season, they are TME 419. They have capacity to, of between 35 to 45 metric tons per hectare, as against the traditional 8 to 12 tons per hectare. So by that action, For the same space of land, you are increasing the wealth of our people because they now farm the same space and get almost 3 times of what they used to get. That is how our people are benefiting from this ministry.
Well, God bless you. As you can see, you see this cap right. So this is very strong, very powerful. It would have been different. One thing I can say, my father, my own biological father, is one of the largest farmers in Oregon.
Wonderful.
So, unfortunately, he has not benefited anything you be saying here.
Serious?
Yes.
Okay.
So who are the farmers benefiting from your
Thank you. You might be one of those very lucky few, your father, who gets support from his children, who will not want to bother stressing himself to come and look for the kind of support we give. I must thank you and celebrate you for making him proud. Otherwise, those that do not have the kind of means you have, they come and they benefit.
What is your outreach to those who have no opportunity to come to the city?
The gates are open. I recall you just walked in here without even trying to fill a form.
I know that is me.
No, it's not you. It is not you. There are no forms to be filled in most of the ministries anymore.
So how did you promote all these government benefits to reach the organic farmers, those that really do the job? Now we are talking about private sector. These are big. You know.
No. No. Get it clear. These people come with their own technology, and it trickles down. Let me help you with what you are trying to say. When you speak about the ordinary man, we have extension service workers across the 18 local governments. You do not have, it's in Abudu, you do not have to come to the Ministry of Agriculture to get extension service.
Okay. Well, I will talk to you after the we can work together and see how we can improve the outreach.
No problem. We are open to knowledge.
That's what the government told me. Go there, check.
Yes.
Tell me what's right.
Yes, we are open to learn.
I don't know. This family, I will be a big farmer.
So, that's what I do for a living.
The complaints we are getting, farmers are not getting assistance from the government, and with all this huge theory you are pouring out, not in practical.
I hope you understand the difference between theory and practical.
Yeah, the practical. What I mean by practical is like, I'll make an example just with my father right now. Okay. So, no, these are benefiting. It's not going down to us. No,
you don't understand. You're already in a. I know.
My father.
We have made it comfortable for him not to. He can afford it already. Are you not comrade?
So we have chatted with the commission. I'm not trying to him on the spot.
No, we are here to take
it. Good market. It would have been better as a card. I just sit here.
I hope that's not.
You are too big.
So let me also support some of your thinkings. You know, you see, there has been so much abnormality in the past. It was difficult for people to access government and government ministry. It's no longer so. You see, out of trying to get to a certain place, over time you now feel, what am I going to do there? We have been telling our people it is no longer as it used to be. Come with your cooperative to Fadama. We have this council chairman twice, 3 times this year using the council. Most of the time, if we send these things through the normal channel, everybody say we don't see it. So we now ask council chairman, you are the mayor, the leader of that local government. And I can tell you, Newman, your Orion chairman, can attest to the fact of how many grinding machines, pumping machines, fertilizers, herbicides that we have distributed through to Orioma. We have pictures.
There might be the picture. There might be, but you know me. I'm a very honest man. I will be meeting you in about an hour, 2 hours. I'm going to bring this.
I tell him that we've sent for that Martin through him. And, it's not even secret.
Myself, I'm going to send some people
to
come down here and see how they can access you.
Oh yes, oh yes, oh yes.
I love that I want the government. You know, I've criticized Obaseki, and there's nobody in Nigeria, in the country, that would call his #1 critic and say, "Go and check what I am doing."
Yes.
Tour all my projects.
So
come back, give me a report.
Exactly. So what
is smart?
So we are not car dealers. We don't sell monkeys on the tree. We don't sell monkeys on the tree. I just mentioned facts to you. Do you know some of the things we are trying to cure here? Deliberately, some of our actions are so deliberate that it is even visible to the blind. I tell you, for instance, what we're introducing when we brought in armor, it was deliberate because we have our traditional beds, what you call chicken, traditional ones. We have the hybrid, what's it called, the boilers and all this type. So we notice armor have a particular species that is a hybrid between a native chicken and the boilers. And we have done adaptive trials and they are working well. So we're not telling people, you rush, you say you don't have things you are doing. Why don't you take 10, 20, 30, 40 of these birds, allow them to roam. They grow bigger than a native chicken. Do you understand? But, they are as rugged as a native chicken. So you will not have to attend to those clinical issues with those boilers as you are. So you don't have hybrid. So people cannot raise, heavy and big meat hybrid and chicken in their houses, at their backyard. So these are deliberate things to say, okay, create wealth for our people. And the more we are pushing, we have set up small cells of this around using the AMO and HIFA platform. That before you know it, they will now have a ready market. By the time we open, by the grace of God, I will not be too specific, but I'm sure in the next couple of months, before we leave office, we will open that factory. You'll see how many bets are coming from people's home to that place. These are to sell one chicken for between 12 and 15,000 naira. And before you know, a man you think is a poor man has about 20. You know how much that translates to.
That is a good
So we have some deliberate policies we have made. So it's not about I'm not telling you what we want to do. Since I started speaking, I have not said this is what we intend to do. I'm telling you what we started doing from policy formulation and strategy to actualize all these things we have done, all because of the brain work.
I just have one question so that we can start heading.
Of Mr. Governor.
Yeah, so that I will leave my brother. When was the last time you visit farmers in each local government?
Well, like I said, you must understand that we have extension service in all farming areas in Edo State. So I'm like, as the governor has put me here, yes, I visit farms, including the one I visited last weekend in my village, to see whether the maize I gave to them is giving them the kind of yield they get. But we have some, just like you have a prime minister, you have small commissioners in every village that's attending to farmers.
No, I think if you are not doing this, I will tell you it's better you do sometimes.
Thank you. I just mentioned this last weekend to you.
Try to visit
Orioma, your village.
Yeah, because let me tell you why.
Let me tell you what you have not realized. Now go and mark it down today. In the next, do you know how far Udo is from here? Yes. Check all the villages in Benin, in Edo South, that has the kind of activity without a university as Udo. Why is this so? Why is this so? The kind of activity the kind of activity as in Udo. Why? Because you have a Okomo there. Because you have rubber estate there. That has grown a community that has, you think it's another small city waiting to blow up. But if you give yourself another 10, 15 years, only one that looks like a Yoko Nyomonya or Onigbe, all this kind, like, that, you just see, with the kind of estates that are coming up there, the kind of commercial activity that will begin to come up around that Oriomo or Onigbe axis will be marveled. Because of the new economy that we have pushed to that area. When you see people rebelling, I begin to look at them. Who is going to employ your children you are sending to school if you don't bring these companies? Who is going to help to bring life to this economy here? A company that has over 2,000 people in its employment, you think they'll be importing garri from Lagos where there's no land? They'll buy their garri there. They'll buy their bread there. They'll buy everything they need to survive there in Oriomo. I see Oriomo economy growing 100-fold in the next 10 years.
We hope so. We hope so. So anyway, I want to thank you for opening up for us. And I believe the governor, and they always watch on and out.
It's like
okay, so the governor will be proud of you. And I want to thank him for giving a job for a good used car salesman.
Thank you.
So the used car salesman, the construction is going there. The transmission is going there, and we see that vehicle for you. And see the transmission by yourself. So you are very smart. I am going to come back here.
I didn't get here by myself. The governor did a selective process that brought all of us here.
Yeah. Very smart. So, guys, as you can see, you have a commissioner that is not even.
There's a question for you, sir, on Facebook.
Okay.
They say, how do people abroad partner with the state government on agriculture?
Well, first and foremost, we are talking about partnering now. If you looked at everything or listened carefully, we create the enabling environment. You come and tell us which space you want to play, from tree crop to animal husbandry. Like for instance today, if I tell you there's an opportunity for ranching, in Edo South, here in Oredo, just let me use the word Edo South. We consume over 800 cows every day. We have the records. We are the vet. We are the vet that vets, is the Ministry of Agriculture that vets those cows before they are slaughtered.
800 cows.
Oh, in Edo South alone. That's a business opportunity. Only Edo South.
800 cows.
And every day. That is a business opportunity.
It is.
If you come and say you want to take over any of the ranch in Igara, the government will willingly give it to you. That's a business opportunity.
I want one.
Come and talk to us.
I'll call you.
It's a huge, there's a big gap. If I tell you, for instance, the market is not well structured yet, that on a monthly basis, we consume not imported fish grown in Edo State worth over 5 billion every month in this state. These are business opportunity. If I tell you today, bringing the greenhouse technology, a basket of tomatoes is worth over 120,000. It's a huge business opportunity. So you come, talk to us, we guide you. That's why we are here.
So for those of you who want to partner with the Ministry of Agriculture, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So here is the commissioner. He's here and he's willing to work with the diaspora. If you have
100%.
100%, and if you come here, he will not attend to you. Just call me, and I will help you to narrate it.
It's my word, and my word is my bond.
Yeah, please. We need to.
You must come with a clear
We need
plan.
to help the government.
Yeah.
Government cannot do it by itself alone. As you can see, for an amigo to be here calm like ash water, it's because of what I see. So if you look at it, this is Oshomo power.
Yes.
That,
yes.
since we be here, there's no. I keep telling you, I'm being honest. You know, a lot of people are criticizing me because I'm not here in such an opacity. I'm not going to make the mistake that I made years back. So we got to be honest to ourselves. Look at this office. Look at how it is. Normally, commissioner's office are not like that. I know. Look at. So I want to thank you, Mr. Commissioner.
Thank you so much.
You did a standing job.
Thank you so much.
You owe my community. We need a cassava processing. We need one in my community.
No, which one now? You see, you want to support your farmers with with the grinding machine and all that. I can assure you, not because you are here, if your community has not been affected, because we have a long list, but I can assure you we'll look at it. And if you come with a cooperative, you know, because we don't support single individuals, we support them in groups so that they share facility together.
Yes.
You know, so be rest assured that just let me have them. If they've not been captured, they'll be captured before this government leaves office.
Seeing me here now, they know that I'm already here, and they're gonna say, "Oh, our son was there."
Yeah.
What did the boy selling about if it's working? It's working.
No, don't worry about that.
So that is why the whole work can hear me. So I thank you and I appreciate your kindness and your truthfulness. I think it's being honest because I monitor your bodies over it's God, back before you know you are sleeping. They will just tell you the way it is. No waste of time.
It's agriculture. If you cannot plant cassava and hope to reap cocoyam.
Yeah,
we tell you the way it is.
So can we take a little bit of this building if possible?
It's raining now, but I can show you around for the offices.
We don't need to go out on the rain. So
yeah, accept that.
Just for you to see, you know. That's what
Okay. We will. Okay. Okay. Come. Let's start from. I wanted to start from the. Just come. Please don't mind the. Is he here? PM. Those are conference. Oh, it's locked. Our conference room. Let me see whether. You know, yeah, because we got closed. Let's see whether PM is around. Is PM around? Yeah, come. Yeah, is this office open? The conference room? Okay, they are closed. Yeah, come. Let's go to the PSC's office. Come. Please just be mindful. Well, of course, you see, it's about after 5 to 6. So.
Yeah, everywhere closed.
Yeah,
okay. So I'm gonna come back by myself.
Yeah, please do. Please do.
The place is closed, guys. So
it's past 5.
It's okay, Commissioner.
Well, please come. We've been to the administrative where we have all our agri service, vet service, all these other services. That's the main building.
Yeah. Wow, this is good.
You know, main building. They've been around. Work is still going on. You know, which can do training videos with There's the main administrative block over there. You know, we have the tractor mechanization hub there, where most of our tractors are, and the other experimental offices for poultry, for piggery, for that they are all just behind. But for the rain, I don't think we can.
Yeah, it's okay. It's okay.
So it's actually my pleasure.
It's nice meeting you. I'll give you a call later.
Okay, please do.
Yeah.
You have my contacts already.
Yeah, I got it.
You see, we are paperless.
Yeah, it's okay. It's good, but it's difficult for the.
No, but you already got it.
Yeah. Because I know I'm from Western.
That's where we are.
Yeah.
We are not too different anymore.
Digitalizing everything.
You didn't see one single file in my office just now. You didn't take notes.
No, everywhere I go. So there was no reason to ask that. Everywhere we go is like that.
So just imagine the cost of buying papers every month. Buying refill ink. That has given us so much revenue to do what we are doing.
Yeah. We had many people now here.
No.
So it's just that we just have to let the whole world know what it's doing.
Yeah.
So that is it. Thank you. And,
thank you, my friend.
Nice meeting you.
I agree. Comrade.
I be here.
All right. Thank you. Okay. Thank you.
All right, guys. So that's a wrap for the day. It's raining. I have a lot of appointments. I gotta go. So cut it up.